Hello BrewTube. So this is a bit of a belated introductory video. I've actually posted a couple up already, but with it being a Wednesday, I thought I'd make this my first Homebrew Wednesday video and just say hello to everyone. So my name's Richard, or handle on here of Dudes Brews. That's from my sort of forum handle on Homebrewing UK of HisDudeness, from The Big Lebowski, so big fan of that film. That's where that's come from. Been brewing all grain beers for about, well, coming up for 2 years now I think, but got into it in quite a big way pretty much straight away once I started doing it, as I'm sure a lot of you did as well. I'll show you around the brew shed in a minute and show you the sort of kit that I'm using. You can see a bit of it behind me already. Excuse me. And of course I'll have to have a Wednesday night beer, as it's Homebrew Wednesday. So it's quite cold tonight, so that puts me in the mood for something dark and a little bit strong. So this is a oaked rum porter that I made. I think, when did I make it? A while before Christmas, so it's had a good few months now. It's coming along pretty well, so let's give this a pour and have a little sup of that. This is the first beer that I've used oak chips in. Hops, I put some Bramling Cross in there. I was hoping to get a few sort of berry or raisiny notes in there, a little bit of Special B malt for that as well. And to finish it off, a nice dose of rum. So cheers, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Yeah, that's really nice. Anyway, let's have a little look around at my setup and show you the sort of stuff that I'm using. So I've got a sort of a mini free vessel setup, so a cool box mash tun, homemade one there. Use a Pico boiler for hot liquor tank, and then another sort of adapted Pico boiler for a kettle, which I fitted an extra element into. What else have we got in here? So a couple of PB barrels, which usually don't leak. The brew fridge, and that's the brewing calendar on the front there. Doing quite well so far this year, so I've managed to get a brew on pretty much every weekend so far. Some beers conditioning. That's a batch of a Galaxy and Cascade Pale Ale, and then at the bottom there a batch of grapefruit IPA based on the Brewdog Elvis juice recipe. That's all running off of one of these Inkbird jobbies here. That's pretty good, quite like that. Grain store, grain mill, and then some beer storage. So I've got a fair bit of stock in, but as with many of you, as soon as a gap appears on the shelf, I do get in a bit of a panic and feel that I urgently need to start brewing as fast as possible. Plenty of empty bottles that still need filling, so need to get on that, using a few old mini kegs that have been recycled as well. And that's about it, I think. Still got quite a few FVs over here. Here's my little brewing library, so a few classics in there. And here's the operations centre, running everything through Beersmith for my recipes and so on. Hop storage, loads of good stuff in there. mostly a sort of mixture of American and English hops. I like to keep my options open, and quite a bit of yeast as well, so the box in there full of lots of different yeast slants. That's something that I'm quite into, is slanting yeast and storing it that way. You don't have to pay out for lots of new liquid yeast every time you're brewing. So that's Dudes Brews. Thanks for those of you who've already subscribed, and thanks for posting up so many great videos, because one of the best things about finding BrewTube has been watching a lot of the stuff that you guys have already posted up. There's loads of great videos on there, lots of it far funnier than anything that I think I'll be able to produce, so I've had a good laugh at some of those as well, and just seems like a really welcoming and positive community of home brewers. So cheers guys, and once again, happy Homebrew Wednesday.